How do you get a hint of pickle? Did you eat a pickle? Then there's a pickle. Did you not eat a pickle? Then there's not a pickle. How do you get a hint of pickle in a sandwich? I mean, like maybe you get a hint of pickle like in a soup or something, which I don't know why you would put pickles in soup, but maybe some people in other countries really love pickled potato soup. I don't know. But in a sandwich, is there a pickle? Check yes or check no, and then you know whether or not there's a pickle. That's pretty much it. Just like, I don't even get that one. Okay, maybe in like a tuna salad sandwich or an egg salad sandwich, but they already established it's ham, lettuce, and cheese. So again, I say, is there a pickle or not? There's not a hint of pickle. You don't get a hint of a pickle on a sandwich like that. It is a yes or no question. Is there a pickle or no? The question is a pickle itself. That's all I'm gonna say. I just went on a rant about pickles. Welcome to the channel, folks. That's what I do here.
Still, I couldn't believe it when I saw Nord Highlands written right next to our names. I wasn't ever expecting our field studies to take us that far out.
Well, it does make sense, since it's an important place in the history of the Academy's founder, Emperor Dreikel's.
Indeed, the Highlands are where he first began to solidify his military power during the War of the Lions.
That's about the extent of my knowledge of the Highlands, to be honest.
No worries. I'll tell you more about Nord on the way there. Anyway, I hope you're all ready for a long trip. The train ride between here and there is over 8 hours.
8 hours? That's almost an entire day's journey.
It sounds as though the experience will be more than worth the trouble, though.
By the time we get there, it'll probably be evening already.
You think we should go stock up on some snacks before we leave?
There'll be no need for that, Lady Elisa.
Good morning, Sharon.
We're almost ready to head out to the station.
Oh, of course, of course. I hope you all have a safe journey. I would also be very pleased if you would accept this.
What is it?
I took the liberty of preparing some sandwiches for all of you, as well as a pot of lemon tea for each group. I'm afraid I wasn't able to fix a proper breakfast, so I hope you'll enjoy these on the train instead.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it.
Such a thoughtful caretaker.
We'd be more than happy to accept them.
Oh, think nothing of it. Any good maid would do as much.
Well, everyone sure loves you, don't they? I guess my objecting to you being here just made you work that much harder to cozy up to everyone else.
I would never dream of such a thing. Please have a safe and pleasant journey, my lady. I'll be counting the hours until your return.
Fine, I'm leaving. Hold on. You aren't plotting anything else, are you?
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you say so. All right, we're leaving for real this time.
Have a safe journey.
Please excuse us.
The dormitory's in your hands while we're away.
Looks like Group A just took off then.
Good morning, Lady Sarah. Would it have been too much to see them off if you were awake this whole time?
Their field study begins the moment they wake up on the day of their departure.
So since I'm responsible for grading their performance, I figured it was best to leave them to their own devices.
I see. You make a valid point.
Just one question for you. When will you be returning?
Ah, you truly are perceptive, Lady Sarah. I suppose there is no reason not to tell you. I will be returning before my lady and her classmates do. That's as much as I can tell you.
I see.
Oh, Breen. You're ready to depart too, I see. Yeah, we were about to leave. Don't you still need to purchase your tickets? Oh yeah, you're right. It looks like we'll be traveling together as far as Heimdall this time. Very well, let's stop dallying and buy them already. Good morning, Class 7. I hear Group A is heading all the way out to the Nord Highlands this month. You heard right. We'll need to change trains twice, first in Heimdall, then in Roar, right? Correct. From Roar, you'll need to transfer to a freight line for the last leg of your journey. Regrettably, we can't handle that part of your trip here. Actually, it seems arrangements have already been made for that segment. We should only need to buy tickets as far as Roar. Ah, that won't be a problem then. Do you want them right now? Certainly. Okay, that's 5 passengers bound for Roar. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment. Ooh, we're all traveling together for the first time ever. One big happy Class 7. Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. Huh, I'd say we timed that pretty well. Impeccable timing. True. It seems there's a 2-woman cold front blowing your way. Well, don't worry about us. We'll see what we can do to thaw them out. Yeah, just don't expect them to be weaving each other flower crowns when we get back, okay? Alright, we'll leave them to you then. Good luck. Wow, these sandwiches really hit the spot. Ham, lettuce, and cheese. Am I getting a hint of pickle in there too? How do you get a hint of pickle? Just, is there a pickle or not? The ingredients are simple enough, but the way they come together is something special. Even the butter tastes different from what I'm used to. And this tea is equally perfect. The zest of the lemon complements the taste perfectly. You have quite the maid looking after you. Well, Mother hired her, not me. She's a talented maid though, I won't deny that. She handles the typical housework and greeting guests, as you'd expect, but she also manages Mother's schedule. Wow. Managing the company chairman's schedule doesn't really sound like part of the typical maid's job description. She really is that talented though, which is why I can't work out why my mother sent her to look after me. Those two are up to something, I just know it. Regardless, there are definitely perks to having her around. I think you should accept your mother's kindness. I agree, she must have started working before sunrise to prepare all this for us. I know. Anyway, look at those two. So, we're headed to Bryonia Island this time. All I know about it is that it hosts some sort of ancient ruins. I'm not certain what to expect. Come to think of it, this will be the first time I've had a chance to see the ocean. What about you two? Now that you mention it, I've never seen it either. I have. Oh, really? During the landing operation in the core. Oh, speaking of ruins, the Gram has some fairly well-known ruins, doesn't it, Laura? Oh yeah, the Saint's Castle or something like that. You must be referring to Lohengrin Castle. It's a magnificent stronghold that faces out onto the lake, and you can see it from the town itself. It's quite beautiful on the days when the mist clears. Oh wow. It sounds like a sight worth seeing. Seems like he'd be in trouble if a skilled sniper set himself up there. What? Really? Are you just like trying to antagonize her now? Doesn't sound like they're getting along very well. I feared as much. I doubt Fee is doing it on purpose. I don't doubt that right now. I'm kind of thinking she's doing it on purpose. Laura seemed uncharacteristically offended by it too. Yeah, she's usually so composed, but something about Fee seems to get under her skin. It never ceases to amaze me just how big Heimdall Station is. I've heard it said that it's not merely the largest station in Erebonia, but on the entire continent. I'm unaware of another station that can match the 10 tracks found here. When I first transferred lines here on the way to Trista, the amount of people I saw really threw me for a loop. But it's not surprising that there aren't as many folks around this early in the morning. Sorry, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Hang on, you can't give up already. How hopeless. Well, don't worry about it too much. The most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. I suppose you're right. We'll try and keep things from getting too dangerous at least. Anyway, this is where we split up. If you're traveling towards Ordis, you'll be heading west, right? Indeed. Meanwhile, Group A will need to travel northeast to Roar first. I'm so jealous you get to visit Gaia's homeland. You better tell us all about it when you get back. Will do. Take care, everyone. Lee, Laura, you both take care too. We'll see you all next week. Bye. And they never met again.
Is something on your mind, Elise? Has some rugged, handsome young man caught your eye? Like your brother, perhaps?
Please, Your Highness. I just thought I saw someone I recognized. But it couldn't possibly have been him. I can't imagine what would bring him to the capital this early in the morning.
Someone you recognized? I wonder. But I knew you wouldn't deny it. That your brother is handsome, I mean.
Please. I knew that I shouldn't have told you about him.
Oh, come now, I'm only teasing. There's no need to sulk. I'll give you a little something from Mariage Cross to make up for it.
But that's an adult lingerie brand. Please excuse us, Captain Claire.
I'm sorry. I hope I haven't sullied your ears with our scandalous conversation.
Not at all, Your Highness. I came to inform you that the special train to the Imperial Villa will be arriving shortly. I look forward to accompanying you today.
It'll be a pleasure to have you with us. Certainly.
All right, let me tell you a bit more about the Nord Highlands. The Nord Highlands are a mountainous region to the northeast of Erebonia. To get there, we'll need to cross the Isengard Range. That's the mountain range to the north of Roer. I'm guessing we'll need to pass through quite a few tunnels to get to the other side. Pretty much. I went through several when I was originally traveling to Trista. Anyway, when you reach the other side, you'll be in the Nord Highlands, surrounded on every side by mountains. Other than the Imperial Army's bases, the only place you'll find people is in the nomadic settlements like the one I'm from. If anything, we have more sheep than people. Wow, really? I'm starting to feel like we're traveling to a country locked in time or something. It sounds like a scene right out of a picture book. In addition to the scenery, the Nord Highlands are also well known for their breeding of and raising of horses. Most of the war horses used by the Imperial Army are descended from Highland stock. That's true. Horses are essential to the livelihoods of the folks in my village. Raising horses to be used by the Erebonians is one of my people's primary sources of income. Come to think of it, I seem to remember hearing that the horse we have at home was raised in Nord too. Isn't that also true of the horses the riding club uses? Correct, all of them originally came from Nord. Even the golden stallion on the Empire's emblem is said to depict a war horse raised in the Highlands. Or so the story goes, at least. Nord has deep historical ties to the Empire. We know today that it's where Emperor Dracula first started building his army, after all. That's right, the Imperial Army still maintains a base on the southern edge of the Highlands, Zender Gate. That's as far north as the trains can take us. I see. We should arrive there somewhere around 4 in the afternoon then. Yeah, but it's just past 8 AM now. We should reach Roer Station by midday. After that, we have another 4 or so hours on the freight train to Nord. Looks like we're in it for the long haul. Still, we won't get chances like this often, so let's try and make the most of it. The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. This special express line is bound for Roer. Our next stop is Roer, the terminus of the express line. Please ensure you have all of your belongings with you when you disembark the train. Here we are. This is my first visit to the Empire's industrial metropolis. Actually, it's my first time too. I passed through when I first came to the academy. But even then, I could see why people associate it with industry. It feels like the whole city's one big mess of iron. Yeah, it really does have that vibe. What are those cone-shaped towers out in the distance anyway? Oh, those are the orbital generators for the industrial plants. There are tons of large factories in the city, so they need those to create all the orbital energy needed to power them. Wow, really? If I weren't seeing it for myself, I'd be hard-pressed to imagine a city like this. Well, we finally made it as far as Ruhr. We'll need to transfer to a freight line to reach the Nord Highlands from here, right? Right. There will be a freight train leaving from Platform 4 that we need to board. Platform 4 is up the staircase and to the left, I think. Alright, let's not waste any time then. Come to think of it, it's already past noon. Perhaps we should purchase some lunches for the rest of our journey? Sounds like a plan. We still have another 4 hours to go. We're going to need to eat something between now and dinner. It seems highly unlikely a freight train would be equipped with vending machines or other such comforts either. We'll need to go through the ticket gate then. There's a shop in the main part of the station that sells pre-packed lunches.
Oh, there won't be any need for that.
What?
No way.
Sharon?
How did you get here before us?
The power of my love for you allows me to do the impossible, my lady.
What?
And as you'll see, I've prepared packed lunches for all of you that far surpass this morning's offerings. I do hope you'll enjoy them.
Thanks.
Receive the special packed lunch for each member of the group.
We really appreciate you going to all the trouble to make these for us.
True. That said, I'm really curious how you got here before us.
It seems that the Reinford family's maid enjoys a little amusement at the expense of her employer. I imagine you transferred to an airship in the capital?
Ah.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that? You can cut the time from Heimdall to Ruhr in half if you travel by airship, I think.
You got me. I took advantage of the opportunity to borrow the airship's kitchen so I could make your lunches as well. They're quite fresh, so take a moment to savor the taste.
And maybe there'll be just a hint of pickle.
Well, thank you.
We really do appreciate all you're doing for us.
Honestly, I knew you had to be up to something. You're not planning on coming all the way to the Nord Highlands with us now, are you?
I'd love to, but unfortunately, I have some other business I must attend to. I may not be able to return to Trista for a while either.
Other business?
Sharon will be assisting me with my work.
Mother?
Hello, Elisa. Ah, you all must be members of Class 7. I'm Elisa's mother, Irina. Also the chairman of the Reinford group. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is ours. I'm Reen Schwarzer.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Emma Milstein.
Gaius Warzel. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Eustace Alberea. A pleasure.
I'm glad you're all managing to get along with my obstinate daughter. I wish I could stay a while, but unfortunately I've work that can't wait. Come along, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. What?
Seriously? You show up like this and that's all you have to say? It's always work with you, isn't it? You probably didn't even notice I left home until I was already gone. Now it's just, hello, Elisa, and that's it?
My lady.
I did get the impression her relationship with her mother wasn't all sunshine and gumdrops.
It seems there's a lot of friction between them.
You can live your life however you see fit. I have no intention of forcing the Reinford group on you. Even if you decide to follow a certain someone's path and cast aside all sense of responsibility, it's your choice to make. Besides, I still manage to keep myself informed of the general goings-on in your academic life, in the monthly reports I receive from the Academy.
What? I knew Sharon would relay back information about me. But reports from the Academy itself?
Oh, you must not have known. In addition to my other responsibilities, I also sit on the Academy's board of directors.
Oh my, that means...
Just like Rufus.
It does appear that way. I'd certainly deem the chairman of the Rhineford Group a canny choice as a member of the board.
The Rhineford Group is heavily involved in the development of the Orbital staff, as well as your Arcus. I must say, I'm quite pleased with the reports I've received on your usage of both. I'm looking forward to seeing the results of this month's field study as well. Do give me some good reading, won't you?
Please excuse us, my lady. Take care during the rest of your journey.
Elisa,
You all right?